Educator in Motion was started by Lori Garcia. The sheer number of students that she has been able to connect with has increased outreach in tremendous ways.
The Educator in Motion program was created to bring Holocaust education, genocide education, and active citizenship to schools and community groups that may not be able to make it to the museum in person.
We are sending our educator out with these materials at no cost. This is quite an opportunity for us to provide services and education that don't exist.
The goal of the Educator in Motion program is to use the historical legacies of the Holocaust for students to be able to examine the past, make connections to the present, but use this knowledge to create positive change in their communities and in the larger world. The Holocaust starts with words. It starts with ideas being spread that there are certain groups that are superior or above others. It starts with laws that make it legal to treat somebody unfairly just because of who they are.
Behaviors that spurred the Holocaust are behaviors that exist in our world today. And the earlier that we can begin to have conversations with children about human behavior and choices that they make, the better our society in the long run will be.
I'm seeing more students taking leadership roles in the class as far as confronting bias and stereotypes. A lot of that has to do with the work that Lori's done in our school.
We're going to be talking about the lessons that we can learn from the Holocaust and being kind to one another.
A lot of individuals may be a little bit intimidated or nervous to talk about Holocaust education in elementary school, but I believe that it can be approached in a delicate and age-appropriate way.
Can anyone raise their hand and tell me about a time that they were an upstander?
I learned that if you see someone being bullied, you want to go over there and say that's not nice. People feel respected if you do that.
If we're working with high school students, we typically focus more on the Holocaust, genocide, and human behavior. So they first started to target Jews living in Germany by passing a lot of laws that made it legal to take away their freedoms and their rights. And then we're gonna read these laws out loud one by one. So if you have 1933 on your card, if you could please stand.
I think one of the most surprising things that I learned from the presentation was just the amount of restrictions that were placed and how much it really impacted the society at the time.
Jewish employees may be discharged without notice or benefits.
You know, it's crazy to think that we're so privileged to have basic human rights.
If you have 1938, if you could please stand. It skyrockets, right? It goes way up.
I think learning about this will open up your eyes because it gives us the responsibility to learn what happened in the past, to make better changes in the world, to make the world a better place.
I feel like it's been a true partnership. Lori has been able to bring in lessons about the Holocaust and make it relevant to the kids. There's just no way that I could teach those things if I didn't have this support of this program. They have just opened our minds to so much more than what I've been teaching.
And one of the interesting things about this is that the teachers then want to bring their students to come to the museum and have a tour.
You know, Nazi
we really want people to have these educational opportunities because sadly, prejudice and discrimination still happen in the world today. So the Educator in Motion program is invaluable because we are able to visit these communities or areas that may not have access to a Holocaust center, and we do offer all of these courses in Spanish.
Educator in Motion is a program that can be as wide as it can be. The only thing limiting it right now are our resources.
This year, we were able to do a Skype session with a school in New Orleans. Unfortunately, because of the current budget, we weren't able to visit those school districts, but there is a high demand.
My objective is to reach districts where we've never been. That's a big challenge for us.
I believe that this program will have a great impact on future generations because of the fact that people start to think and they start to question and they start to care.
Civil servants discharged.
When someone learns about the Holocaust, it changes their world. It makes them think and act differently. And that, I think, is the long-term impact that this program will have.